Hi, Naida. Nice to see you, all of you, and I'm so happy of being here in the festival again. I love the family, the Pranic family, Nicolas, the team, everybody. I'm so happy to be here sharing with all of you.
Likewise, likewise. Gaston, I know you always have very interesting topics to share with us, and I will just leave you now the space. You can go with your sharing, and I will be back later for the question and answer. Thank you for being here, Joy.
My pleasure, Naida. My pleasure, Nicolas, Rafaela, everybody in the Eden, in Kokore. Kokore is it's a part of my heart too. So I'm so happy to connect with all of you. So what I would like to talk about is about the emotions. I would like that today we get 3 points clear. I would like to give tips that you can get for your life, for your pranic lifestyle. And the first one that I would like to address to is the importance of the emotions in my pranic lifestyle. Sometimes there is misunderstanding, and sometimes there is not so much attention. And I would like to come back to the point and explain why it's so important. So the second one is why take or paying attention to the emotions can not only improve the way that we get nourished. So beyond that, how can improve our relationships with the people around us? Second point. And the third point is something very practical that I would like to share with you. These 7 steps of the feeling technology, that this is what happened to me and helped me to change to the new level of consciousness, of understanding of myself. So, and I would like to say 2 words about me, why Gaston is always talking about emotions, because I got to this point, to this, let's say, pranic lifestyle or liquidarian, it changed the way I nourished. Already 7 years ago, my body asked me to stop eating, and I thought that I was ill. I never listened about pranic people, and I didn't know about all this. But what happened to me, it was that 15 years ago, I decided to work very focused on my emotions. I wanted, it wasn't something that I choose to do. It was something that I couldn't escape from. So 15 years ago, a lot of emotion, anger, frustration, a lot of things that didn't make me good start to pop up in my life. So I decided to understand what's going on there. And I tried a lot of tools, a lot of paths, and I couldn't read off my emotions. So in one point, I decided to integrate the emotions. I decided to not to try to put it out of my system, otherwise to put it inside and to expand my consciousness. And this is what I realized years later that changed my whole system. So when I share with you the feeling technology, the 7 steps, I am a living example that when you take care of your emotions, with humble, with love and patience, your body change. Your body asks you to get the next level. So this is what I would like to share with you. And then I start to research scientifically why all these things happened. So for me, it happened, and I was very thankful for a documentary film called Living on Light, that for sure a lot of people know it. And I was very happy to find Yasmin and her books and all her information and all the systems start to understand. I say, oh, yes, 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 yes. The whole system start to remember. So let's go for the first point. Why is so important to pay attention to the emotions? Because sometimes we get the confusion that to live a lifestyle for only very spiritual people, or for the church, or for the people that are coming from the stars, or whatever you would like to call it. Someone special from outside, because I was in to be a spiritual person, to be so, because I received a lot of information. I got to like to share with you. We try to be someone else instead of our like special status, spiritual status, in order to avoid our feelings or escape from them. So I decided I wanted to be human and accept all these emotions rise up in my system. And with patience, start to put it back like a little puzzle to integrate all the emotions. So just for understanding, attention in life, 3D, and feel then this reality through our body. That was something that when I got it, I say, wow, so there is only two ways. I contract or I expand. There is no other possibilities, or like this or like this. So the whole life is like this and like this. So when we expand, everybody feels happy and everybody feel love or feel expansion. Everything is beautiful. Nobody wants to change. The problem is that nobody taught us what we have to do to feel this contraction. When we feel these uncomfortable feelings in my throat, for example, that chuck, or in my chest that press, or in my stomach, like do like this or burnt. So we need to breathe. I'm so excited. I want to share so much information with you in this short time. So let's do the pearls. So when I realized that I need the body to live this reality, and the body shows me what's going on around me, I understand that these emotions, these contractions, are somewhere in my system. First of all, I would like to say that the link with the pranic lifestyle, because we would like to get to be nourished by prana. Prana is light, light is photons, electricity, millivolts that we get in the body, like a photosynthesis. We get millivolts in the system, in our bodies. Let's give some time Perfect. Sorry, the translators. I'm so happy and thankful that you are here. So if we know and if we understand that each contraction in the body is generated by millivolts electricity, and if we understand how it is generated, all these uncomfortable contractions, we can utilize this electricity, these millivolts that are in the body, and we can open it and let it flow in the body again. Because this contraction is like electricity, like it's like something that comes together and it doesn't flow anymore. So that is why for me, it's very important, the word integration. I would like to utilize these millivolts, this electricity, and to put it back in the system, to let it move again, to refresh the system instead of trying to put it out or push it out. So this is very important. So the second point is, how is this contraction happened? Why it starts? It's because we have in our subconscious mental structures. And these mental structures are, or patterns, are running 95% of our day or more. So it's always running and running, behind the scenes. And when there is a contraction, that means that I see that something is happening around me. My partner says something to me, my parents, or they have expectations on me. And I don't want to do these things, for example, and I feel uncomfortable and I get contractions. And all this stuff happened when I start to relate with other people. And the thing is that we have these patterns. So how we can get to these patterns and what we can do. For example, if someone says something to me, and I have this pattern that I feel alone, if my partner said, oh, I'm going to leave you, and I have a pattern that I don't want to feel alone, I cannot survive alone. This is record inside of my subconscious. So I'm going to get this contraction, and I'm going to try to stop this person to do this. But the problem, or the thing is, I'm trying to manipulate people outside me or situations because I don't realize that I have these patterns, these filters. So if I have other filter on the same situation, I can change the situation and feel the expansion. Okay? So if I feel like this, if I have this, I get a contraction. And if I get the next level, I can see the things like this and I get expansion. So this is important to understand, because what that means is that we are not more victims from the environment. The people can do whatever they want or say whatever they want or they need. But I need to go inside of myself, check these patterns, and integrate the pattern in the system. We're going to understand how to do it when we talk about the 7 steps. So this is why, for me, I am getting the information slower. This is why, for me, it's important to go inside of myself, to take the responsibility of my emotions, of my contractions, take the responsibility of my patterns that I have in my subconscious, and to learn how to integrate them. and to learn how to dissolve them, and to learn how to transmute, if you would like, or recycle this energy that it is shocking me somehow in the system, and to open it again and make more inner space so the energy can regenerate my body. Okay? The energy is flowing.
Perché l'energia si sta decisamente migliorando.
So I am listening now the translation.
J'entends en même temps la traduction.
Yes, sorry, there is some technical problem. We are now trying to fix. It's fixed. Okay, you can
Thank you for the
continue.
translation in Italian. I love it.
Thank you to the technician.
Yes. So let's and the last idea is that if I pay attention of my emotions and I integrate it, I get direct benefit in my physical body. So regeneration, more energy, feelings of more inner space, peace, being relaxed, feeling of being relaxed, if I take care of my emotions. Of course, after the integration, not before. The process, it doesn't feel so good. We need to learn how to allow these contractions or this pressure go till. And practically, not only for ourselves, when I am more aware of my emotions, I act differently with my partner, with my children, or parents, or family, or friends, or in my job. And what happened is that the relationship changed and my whole environment relaxed. So I get a second benefit. It's around the people around me. So I get balance, I get tune, and I can spread this balance with the people around me, and they get balance too. And this is, we are going to learn this in the number 7 step of the feeling technology, how we can share our clarity. So this is for me, this is why for me it's so important to pay attention to the emotions and to work on myself. And this is why I invite you, very lovely, to pay attention also what is going on in your system, in your bodies, and how you can be clear of all the system without any need of something magical from the outside. Okay? So you can get your power back, you know. So, and in these last minutes, I'm going to explain very quickly the 7 steps of the feeling technology. And the first step is stop of being a victim. You know, some people came to me and shared the stories. He did that to me, she did that to me. He doesn't pay attention to me. Parents, they don't validate me or whatever. To go inside of us and start to observe. So we disconnect and we go in our cocoon. First step, stop being a victim. Or sad. I feel alone. I feel angry. No, I feel. Because when I ask, where do you feel it? You say, here is your body. So you feel it. So you have to take the responsibility of what's going on in your system. And then we see what we do with the rest of the people. Otherwise, we want to change them in order not to feel our contractions. but this is manipulation. This is old consciousness. This is people who are not mature on your emotions. And this feeling technology is an invitation to grow up all together, that we can support each other to be mature in how we treat our own emotions, and how we can support the emotional process of the people around me, so we can grow up to the next level as a community, as a clear community, as a clear family all together. So the step number 2 in the feeling technology is to understand that these patterns are always there. All of us, we have patterns. We need to be humble. We cannot say she is guilt or he is guilt. If I feel uncomfortable, it's my own pattern. I need to work on that. Understanding this, when I change my pattern, I had the chance to evolve. You know, these patterns I told you, you know, it's the way I see or understand things. The number 3 is the body. I call the smart body, because the body, we didn't give to him enough attention, but the body is the interface that can read our patterns in our subconscious. We cannot go with the mind, because this is other part of ourself. It's subconscious, we're not conscious, but we need to have some tool to reach all these patterns. And the tool is our body. Everything that we feel in the body is because the body is reading all these patterns. And the body is inviting us to pay attention, to bring this situation on the table, to see it clear, you know, to bring it to the consciousness, you know, from the unconscious to the consciousness. The 4th part is, once I understand the process and my body is doing beep, 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 contraction, contraction, uncomfortable in the stomach or in the chest or whatever, good, we can choose, and this is our work. This is go and inside or escape in order not to feel more good. I can have sex. I can do sports. In order not to feel. I can go shopping. I can entertain myself. So in this point, we can show ourselves our maturity and say, okay, I have something to work on. It's not so easy, but I will give my best. I will start to work or to die 1 meter or 2 meters, slowly, step by step, with with a lot of patience and with a lot of love and understanding. And this is also important in this part, is to be humble. It's very difficult to be humble. We think that we know everything and we want to fix and resolve and take it out things. But we need to trust the self-healing process that it is in our system. It's like a wound. We don't need to do so much. The wound repairs itself, regenerates itself, the skin. So being humble, and we have a yes to feel, we go like this and we say to the body, okay, now press in the throat or press in the chest and just breathe. And then we go to the number 5, that this is the feeling technology itself. That I love to do this image. The image of a little emotion, of a little Gaston, that I like to do like this, is pressing here and say, hello Gaston, I am here. I love this because it's very clear that these emotions, yes, me, is trying to tell me something. Yes, but Gaston, sometimes he never listened to me. So I need to chuck in the neck because he's not paying attention to me. So what happened is that it's pressing here, and I was trying to do like this. And the idea of this new consciousness, what is taking care of you. Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you, Gaston. So when I, instead of fight with my emotions, I just take care of them. I feel them, embrace, accept them with consciousness. And I allow them to talk with me through the contraction. I can evolve. I can untouch this pattern. I can dissolve these patterns. And all these parts, all these emotions, like fractals, all these fractals of Gaston that perhaps are created when I was young, the little Gaston, for example, or perhaps other life, we don't know. Sometimes we feel a lot of things in the body that make no sense why we are feeling this. So I invite the people not to look for the origin or who made it, when, and how was this trauma. I ask, do you feel it now? Scan your body, check it. Do you feel it right now? And if the answer is yes, I ask the person, we feel it together, and we start feeling together. Because I put a lot of parts of Gaston already in place, I have like a big family of little fractals of Gaston, and I put it together like a puzzle. The whole picture starts to appear more clear. So now I can meet with people with different fears, with different frustrations, different traumas, in different areas, and I can feel with them, talk them. I can open myself and feel this contraction with them. And now is after I can ask the system, we need, and we are going to realize that we have some needs conscious. And with these needs, it's like a tube. We are doing, trying to get someone to get, I feel value someone to pay attention to me. If, for example, okay, you so beautiful, so this, so that, all adjectives. I wish myself that when she changed that, and I don't get any need in my needs, automatically I start to. So the idea is that my other persons, I need to close the system, in myself of my own needs. And how can I do that? Instead of trying to find always someone that fit my needs, it's just to feel the need with consciousness. And someone, when I feel, for example, if I don't want to be alone, make my own exercise of being alone and feeling the pain. This hole, for example, here in the chest. And when I feel it, I feel it, I feel it, I feel it, and I open myself and I breathe without any special technique, just relax, deep. And I open, the needs dissolves, and I am free again. And I don't need to be with someone, or I don't need that someone loves me, or I don't need that someone take care of me, or I don't need someone saying good adjectives to me, because the whole system is aligned again, tuned, and just breathe in itself, and the energy flows. And the physical body regenerates, the mental body gets clear, body balance. These start to be together, and I feel clear and relaxed, and I am open to see what's next. Is sharing with me. And the number 7 is once I learn how to work myself and I get this maturity on my emotions, I care with the people around me. How? Just being present, allowing this contraction, this fear, this anger from the other people to touch me, but as I have enough inner space, I can allow the process that this person is going through in this moment, and the person feels connected of all this, although it's all this, feeling inside. So I can share my clarity with every person that I meet afterwards. And this is why I'm sitting here and sharing with you. I would like to share from my heart the feeling technology, that you can have other tools to improve your life, your conscious life, your pranic lifestyle. Yes. So this is the very, very short explanation. And Naida, if there is someone who would like to ask some questions, I am happy to answer.
Yes, sure. And thank you, Gaston. It's always a pleasure to listen to your colorful conferences. Actually, I love your sunglasses. Please bring them over next time you come visit us. We have already a few questions. So, is there any connection between the feeling technology and the pranic lifestyle?
I can explain in my case, when I started to feel to integrate my emotions with consciousness, my body asked me to stop eating, And the other funny thing is a lot of people ask me, wow, you have a lot of discipline. You don't eat, you don't do that, you don't drink alcohol, how you are living life? And I say, well, I'm not doing any effort at all. I'm just following what my body asks me to do. And I am open to that, And some people ask, oh, but you lose a lot of pleasures, eating things or drinking alcohol and relax. And I explain to people that once you start to work on your emotions, the whole system starts to be more sensible than before. So you start to get more information and more pleasures start to appear. So you can sit, for example, on the grass, and you can get excited for the energy that's coming inside of you through your feet, and or just feeling the nature. So start to appear new pleasures that we can perceive, that before, when I was drinking alcohol or when I was eating normally or with a lot of stuff, I couldn't get these fragrances. So I have the feeling that the feeling technology is full to support the pranic lifestyle, the conscious. But it's not only for that. This is one benefit when you change the way you get nourished. But there is much more benefits for your life when you start to learn to integrate your emotions and to be conscious and responsible for everything what's going on in your own system. I don't know if I explained correctly.
Yeah, very clearly.
Same.
Thank you, Gaston. And I just want to mention that if the audience wants to connect with Gaston and his work, you can find information on our website, www.breatharianworld.com, and there you can find the link to connect with Gaston so that you can touch more people and support them on the journey. And another question is, when we feel we are contracting, what are easy tricks to go back into expansion?
Good question. The trick is not, at least for me, not trying to escape from that. The trick for me is how I can expand my consciousness that this contraction had a place in my consciousness. Instead of, it's like contraction and I'm trying to put this piece of the puzzle and throw it away, just if something is pressing here and I don't want, I start to fight. But this fight wastes a lot of energy in the system. And if I take it out, one part of me is going to miss, to not stay there. So when I realized that a contraction, it's a part of me. It's like trying to put it out my arm. And I say, no, you need to learn, Gaston, how to utilize your right arm and how to utilize your left arm. But it is exactly the opposite. This arm is like this, and the other arm is exactly the opposite. And I need both, not only one arm in this direction. I need this direction and the opposite. And the contractions give us the possibility to understand other parts of us that we are not getting at the moment. So the best thing is to learn how to feel it till the end. Let's say that the contraction, when you start to feel, is 30, pain, 40, 50, 70, and you try to take it out on 70. Stay in you, breathe, allow the contraction to contract more till get the 100. And once you accept this 100 contraction, something happened in the system. It's like you change your frequency, something changed, this pattern is dissolved, and you feel more inner space. The most feeling that I get after people doing the feeling technology is I feel more inner space, Gaston. I feel more place. I feel relaxed now. And nothing changed around, just they get a new level of awareness inside of the system. And I already shared the feeling technology in 12 countries with a lot of cultures, in 4 languages. It's not like just for a little group of people with consciousness. No, everybody can do that. So all of us, we have this capability to integrate our emotions. So I invite this person who asked this question to how we can change it. Don't change it. Let it in. This part, let it in. Let's say it's anger. Gaston, it's anger. I don't want to have this. And fight. No, say, okay, accept it. And let the anger be in the system. You allow your energy go in the muscles and breathe. And it's like you put your hand in the glove. So, and the whole energy readjust and reaccommodate in the system. And then you get the clarity because you allowed your anger be in the system. I know that people, the last sentences is, I know that people say, wow, but if I do this, I'm going to get ill. We go ill when these things happen and I am rejecting. And this could be years and years of inner fight. When you surrender and you say yes to the feeling, to the contraction, integration happens itself. So we need to surrender. So don't fight, just feel it.
Thanks. And the other question relating to that is how to be sure that the process of integration is finished?
Great question. When you ask this question, because you don't want to keep feeling. It is finished, for example, when someone comes to you and say, Gaston, you are like this and this and this and this. Something that I don't want to listen. So why you are telling me this? I'm not that. And I am trying to explain to the other person that I'm not what he said or she said. So the question is, how know that I integrate this? So when I start feeling this and feeling this and feeling this and breathe, and then appears the person again, and I start to feel less, and then appear the person again, say the same sentences, and this is less contraction, less contraction, less contraction. And someone, you say, you open yourself, yes, I am exactly what you say, because this is your glass. This is your point of view, and I can accept it. And I have my own glass, and I have my own point of view, and both are equal, valuable. They are equal. They are just point of view. So when I can accept what he says to me or she says to me, and I don't get any contraction anymore, I can realize that I am with this insecurity, for example, I am done. Because it doesn't matter if the people say something or not. I know who I am, and I know what I feel to myself, and I know that all my contractions belongs to me, not what they are saying. So I can invite you, the person who asked this question, and to keep training and training. And step by step, you can experience this inner space, this inner peace, if you would like. There are some people in the festival, for sure, that can give you some examples of people that already did the feeling technology. I got a message from Cindy that is there, and you can ask her. She's a very good testimony. He changed her life like this after she started to take the responsibility of her emotions. And I remember in our of the first retreats, she was one to, Gaston, what you are saying is not like this. And then when we realized that, wow, this is all inside of me, we work on that and we reach the next level. And now she's so happy to share with the people that she loves her awareness, all what she work on herself. So you have someone, if you are there in Kokore, you can ask someone.
Thank you, Gaston. It's so good to see what integration can actually do for our freedom. And we have another question about emotions, and then we move into other topics. Mm-hmm. So what do I do if a strong emotion comes in a moment where there are other people around and it's not so easy to go deep into breathing into the emotion?
That's a great
How can I handle it?
Yes, great question. Great question. It's always happening this. It's like explosion and you need side for you. You can say to the group, sorry, I go to the bathroom. I need to go to the bathroom. Whatever you are doing, everybody, when you have a physical need and you leave the room because you go to the bathroom, everybody accept it. It doesn't matter if it's a meeting of very important people, everybody accept it. It's not so you to feel. This is something that you can do socially. Or you can be clear and yourself and you can learn to express what's going on in your system. And you can say in this meeting, well, in this moment, I have my chest pressing and my heart is bumping and I feel that my throat is closed. So when you describe what's going on in your system, that is your truth. And nobody can say, oh, no, it's not. And you say, yes, this is what I'm feeling. And we need to learn also to share with the people what's going on us without shooting back. Yes. And also, other possibility is to say, okay, I choose in this moment to integrate this emotion and do it at home or later. And you can put the mask. We put the mask and say, I'm not feeling anything so good. I want to feel it. It's okay, it's okay. So when we put the mask, it doesn't feel good, but it's also an option. You can do it 3 times. And then someone you say, I don't want to put any more. I want to be myself. And being ourselves, it's the best present that we can give us, ourselves.
How it is, and do you have a daily routine? How your intake of liquids and solid food looks like? And I have a few questions. And do you sometimes have difficulties to stay on liquids, and how do you handle it?
My only routine, it's always scan my body. I'm always checking what my body tells me through contractions or expansion, how it feels. This is my routine. On that, then I don't have a scheduled routine. If my body wants to do exercise, do exercise. If my body would like to drink juices, I do it. I used to drink juices from fruits and green leaves, slow press. And if sometimes I feel it's so light, everything, and I need something more heavy, I do some blends. And sometimes, if I would like to chew something, I take some almonds just to have this feeling. But I'm always following what the body wants. It's not something that I need to do this and then that. I'm very, very relaxed. Very. Something else? I don't remember if there was a question.
When you have challenges being on liquid, why and how do you handle it?
Yes, when I have challenge of being of liquids, could be because my emotional body is out of alignment. So I try first to relax and to breathe and center myself. I take showers. I like to take showers to regenerate energy. I want out and I go to the green, to the grass without shoes. It's very important. I get nourished on all these things. I brush my skin, so my whole body is like, take energy again, prana from the surrounding. So first, if I feel hunger, I take care of my emotional body, and then I ask again. And then if I am relaxed, the body say, oh, okay, it's okay now. We can do like this. And if I need something special, I never push. I never allow my physical body to suffer because it's an agreement. I say, I'm going to take care of you, body, me, consciousness, body here. And I say, but please tell me, what do you need? And if the body says, okay, now I need almonds, okay, let's go. Now I need this, okay, let's go. And very easy. I don't pay so much attention if I'm drinking less shoes or more shoes or blend or smoothie or not. It's just, what do you feel? Because it's not a championship, this. It's not about, oh, I do this or I do that. It's about, what do you feel? And I am responsible for my feelings. So I am responsible for all my bodies. So this is what I love to share with people, to take the responsibility of the feelings, of the emotions, and the nourishment, the physical eating things. It's just one part of the whole spectrum. What I can suggest is people who needs something, for example, if they're angry, just take a carrot or take almonds or take something that your body says it's okay, or apple or whatever. But always try to be as raw as possible, fruits without chemicals, and allow the process to happen. And I want to say that in this last month, there's a lot of people suffering a lot of emotions and physical contractions. And this is also because the vibration of the earth, the human vibration, is going higher and higher, and we need to adjust ourselves. So allow your body to sleep, to drink water, to relax, because we are getting to a new level of frequency, and we need the physical body to adjust. All the energy, all the electromagnetic field that we are also needs to readjust to this new level of frequencies. So just be gentle, humble, and with love with yourself. There is no much more things to do. It's easy. And all of us, or each of us, we have our own journey. Yeah? So I know that we don't have much time, but if there is more people who wants to keep exploring this, we are doing some retreats in September in France. We are planning something to do it in Naturland. And if someone, especially in Kokore, would like to have more information, please join Cindy there. I think Cindy is around, and she can take the email or telephone, and we can be in contact. Or you can contact me, GastonBacchiani.com. It's perfect. So you can find me, or in Instagram, Sharing Clarity. Also write me directly and say, hi Gaston, I saw your conference. I would like to work on that, or I have these emotions. Can you give me some tips? If you speak Spanish, I have some courses, do it yourself in Spanish that you can do. I am thinking, yes, I'm thinking to do it also in English things. So, but please, the main idea is that feel confidence that it doesn't matter what are you feeling in this moment, what's going on, or which is the drama of your life or trauma of your life or whatever. We have the inner capability to integrate it. It belongs to us. So we just need to learn how to do that and to be with people that support us in the process. It's a lovely process. It's not spa, that it's not holidays, but it's something that we learn. And once we do it one integration, the second one, the third one, we start to learn the timing. Is like riding a bike. And then you are on the street and something happened and you don't react anymore unconscious. You feel what's going on. It's like you have two screens. One screen observing what is outside and the other screen what is inside of the body. And you're always checking both.
Thank you, Gaston. And now the last question is a spicy question and is about your sexuality and how this lifestyle influenced your sexuality.
It's good. It's not spicy, it's fun. I love it. I love it. It's a great question. I can share, before I was eating meat with all these vaccines that the cows receive, my whole system and my consciousness was more on, oh, I see a woman, I would like to have sex. It's more like an animal instinct. Tum, 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 like a Jäger. No, Jäger is a hunter, like a hunter in English. So it was more of that. And also I grew up in Argentinian, where when you have more women, you are more macho, you are more man. So this was my mental structure. So it was very difficult for me to rid off this mental structure. And when it changed the way for 7 years till today, when it changed in the body, the whole relationship changed. It's not more like, I need someone to have sex or to have a partner or to have more than one, or it's not more like this. It's just, I can feel the person and I can connect from other part. And it's much more relaxed, intimate, and deeper and deeper than before. It's more like Tantra music, because it's Tantra music is German. Tantra, is because you utilize all your antennas to feel, not only your sexuality, you utilize all your chakras, all your antennas, and you connect with the other person and you feel it. So there was a change, yes. It was a change. It was great and much more relaxed and joyful and peaceful and much other things as before.
Thanks, Gaston, and wishing a more relaxed, joyful, and peaceful life for all of us. We end here this beautiful sharing, and we really look forward to see you soon here in Kokore. Thanks again, and we will see each other tomorrow for another conference here at the Pranipod Festival. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, Naida. Thank you, Nicolas, and everybody, Fabio, and everybody, Rafaela, everybody in Kokore. abbraccione, a big hug for all of you. And I'm happy to share, and that you give me the possibility to share also my experience today. A big hug and love to everybody. Thank you for creating and manifesting this consciousness. Thank you very much.